Let me promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. Too often people look at me as the after picture and they don't realize just how much I had to crawl through, including low self-esteem, massive insecurities, crippling anxiety, at one point, I couldn't even tell a story in front of 5 people in my own family because my voice was shaking. I was so freaked out. And right now I'm around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's like we have about 7 people in this room. I routinely speak in front of massive crowds, and all of that was a process. It is the process that is teachable. It is things you need to go through to completely and radically change your mindset. And in changing your mindset, you change the wiring of your brain. And that's what I want you guys to understand. You can change the physical structures and the functions of your mind.
Are you interested in achieving these goals? Or are you committed? If you're interested, you'll do what's convenient. You'll come up with stories and excuses and reasons why you can't, and you'll use your education as an excuse, you'll use your story as an excuse, you'll use the fact that your father's a cab driver and was a gambler and never had any money. You'll use all of that as your reasons why you can't. But if you're committed, you will do whatever it takes. You'll let go of your stories, you'll let go of your excuses and become who you are destined to become. You had me write my vision for health, wealth, relationships, career, business, finances, charity, fun, experiences, everything, every area of my life. You have these documents. He said, I want you to read them every day. And you're going to do it when you come into the office so that I know that you've done it. And I want you to run your fingers across them as you're reading them. And then when you're finished one paragraph, close your eyes, and I want you to feel, what would it be like if that was true? So you got me to see it, to touch it, to close my eyes and visualize it and to feel it. So at the time he didn't understand what he was really doing, but he was causing me to create new neural patterns in my brain that did not exist before.
It is a decision. It's something that you have to decide. And whatever it is that you decide, you're going to end up seeing the evidence for that. So you have to be really careful whether you decide that life is difficult, it's this slew of things that's coming at you that's trying to break you and nothing ever good happens to you. Or if you choose to believe, no matter what happens to you, you can always choose your response. You can always choose to believe that it's happening for you and not to you. And in that perspective, and having that mindset, then you're going to begin to look for the solutions. You're going to look for the ways out. You're going to look for the lesson that you can learn in the hardship. That is mindset. It's a subset of beliefs about what you're capable of and what the world really is at its foundation, whether it's working for you or against you. So understand that these things are all a choice.
That's right. Attitude is everything. You know, I often tell our students in school, it's not about your aptitude, it's about your attitude. That's right. It's not about your aptitude, it's about your attitude. I discovered a long time ago, it's exposure. Some of you are not where you want to be. You're not doing what you want to do because you've never been exposed to it before. And that's how my life changed. When I started hanging around millionaires. When I started hanging around successful business owners. When I started hanging around success, it rubbed off on the kid. Are you hearing me? I took those principles and bam, took them to another level. Because I got to get you to go from behavior to mentality. Because I told you before, the great, I've studied great people, millionaires and billionaires and people who succeed in what they do. And I realized the difference is only it's not a behavior. It's not something that they do. It's not something that they get to when they want to. It's not a feeling. Some of y'all, for real, you still on feeling. When you feel like doing it, you do it. When you don't feel like doing it, you don't. And so for you, it's a feeling, right? It's a feeling. For them, it's a mentality. It's a way of life. It's what they eat. It's what they sleep. It's what they drink. It's who they are. It possesses them.
Are you interested in achieving these goals? Or are you committed? You use the fact that your father was a cab driver and was a gambler and never had any money. You use all of that as your reasons why you can't. But if you're committed, you will do whatever it takes. You'll let go of your stories. You'll let go of your excuses and become who you are destined to.
This is a mentality. Like, you gotta live this. You gotta eat this. You got every single thing you do. It's a mentality. Okay, so what do I mean? Going to the next level is about the W, the O, the R, and the K, baby. It's about work. No, I'm not talking about location. I'm talking about giving 120%. When you go to work this week, I need you to do yourself a favor. I need you to put all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul into it. All right, so watch this. 3 things. Work. So what do I mean when I say work on your work? First, you got to study your work. Are you hearing me? Like you going to work every single day and you're not getting no better at it because you're not studying it. Like literally, you got to study your own work. I don't know if you play football or basketball. If you were a teacher, look, if you were a teacher, get you a camera and put it in the room. Stop letting the principal study your work. Stop letting the assistant principal, stop letting the administrator study your work. You should be studying your own work. You should be your own performance coach. You should be looking at what you do, how you do it, when you do it, why you do it. You should study your work. Number 2, listen to me. We take it to another level. I critique your work. All right. I'm talking about examine it, measure it. So what I want you to do is from day to day, from week to week, from month to month, from year to year, I want you to critique your work.
If you think and you believe and you emotionalize and visualize, and you create your plan for how am I actually going to achieve this? So what do I need to do? When am I going to do it? How specifically? How am I going to tweak it, measure it, and iterate it so that I'm consistently making progress? I learned the value of progress. None of my mentors ever had me focus on perfection. They had me focus on progress and just keep getting better. Little incremental gains every day, every week, every month, every quarter. And even when you move backwards a couple of steps, what's the progress that you made and what you learned? So I was taught that failure is an opportunity to learn. And I was also taught to disassociate me being a failure from failure.
I'm my greatest critic. I'm not relying on comments on YouTube. I'm not relying on the feedback of others. I'm trying to constantly not just look at my work. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Not just study it, but I'm trying to critique it. I'm trying to evaluate. I'm trying to measure it. Because there's no way you can get to another level if you can't measure it. You got to know where you are first to know where you're going. So I need you to critique your work. And the last one, I need you to reflect on your work. I need you just to step back from your own work sometime. Just step back from your work and reflect on it. Like, just really think about it, right? Think about how you do what you do. 120%. Give it all you got. Because often in life, you will never get to the next level. Listen to it. You will never get to the next level just off talent. A lot of it has to do with attitude. So I don't care if you don't like your boss. I don't care if you don't like your job. When you go to work this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, give it 120%. The W, the O, the R, the K. I need you to upgrade your work. I'm talking about all your soul, all your heart, and all your might. When mentally you want it, in your spirit, in your soul, when you want it, it will happen.
Including low self-esteem, massive insecurities, crippling anxiety, having at the point I could not even tell a story in front of 5 people in my own family because my voice was shaking. I was no frankly out. And right now around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 looks like we have about 7 people in this room. I only speak in front of massive crowds, and all of the was process. It is a process that is capable. It's things that you can go through the completely and radically change your mindset, and in changing your mindset you change the right of your brain. That's what I want you to understand. You can change the physical structures and the functions of your mind. Are you interested in achieving these goals? Go, or are you magic committed? If you are interested, you will go. What conventions you will come up with stories and excuses and reasons why you cannot, and you will use your education as an excuse. You will use your story as an excuse. You will use the fact Your father was a cab driver and was a gambler and never had any money. You will use all of that your reasons why you cannot, but if you are committed, you will do whatever it takes. You will let go of your stories, you let go of your excuse and become who you are destined to become. You had me write my vision for health, wealth, relationship, career, businesses, finance, security, fun, experience, everything, every area of my life. You have these documents because I want you to read them every day.